Welcome back. Keeping traffic moving on Highway 65 has been a priority for local leaders for years.
Even though the funding isn't yet in place, MNDOT is looking at new road designs that could potentially remove stoplights from Highway 65 through Blaine. Highway 65 through Blaine averages more than 50,000 vehicles every day. MNDOT is studying the Highway 65 corridor, working with Anoka County, Ham Lake, Spring Lake Park, and Blaine.
We need to add capacity, and a lot of people will say we'll just add a third lane. However, the real problem is people getting on and off, and that's why we're trying to look at other options for intersections.
More than 10 years ago, the intersection at Main Street and Highway 65 went from an intersection to an interchange. And now they're getting closer to making more changes.
Signalized intersection works well, but you can see the improvements when you put in an interchange, and that's why we're looking at how do we get people on and off the highway, much easier and quicker.
The project area being studied starts in Spring Lake Park and goes north to Bunker Lake Boulevard. The cross streets are too close to each other in this area to consider interchanges at each intersection. And Blaine wants to keep access to as many of the cross streets as possible.
While we need to add capacity to the highway and get everything to move better, we don't want it to create a barrier within our community. The city's focus and why we're at the table is to make sure that we do maintain connectivity east to west across that corridor, access to our commercial districts. We also have several areas of potential development that we need to make sure that we can effectively get people to and from so that those are successful.
To make this happen, newer road designs are being considered. Hawkes says that the unsignalized J-turns in Ham Lake won't work in Blaine because of the traffic volumes, but they are considering a variety of different options, including signalized J-turns and options with underpasses and no stoplights, options that are being used in other parts of the country. More than likely, a few different styles of intersections will end up in the corridor.
Getting public to understand and accept some different ways of doing things will be the biggest challenge.
MNDOT is currently conducting an online survey to learn more from people who drive this corridor. 4 designs are included in the survey, but many more designs have been considered by the engineering team. Whatever they go with, the project won't be starting right away.
Timelines could be anywhere from 2 to 10 years. It really does depend on state and federal funding. This is not something that can be funded completely by the local agencies.
Before the project can begin, they have to finish looking at safety, designs, costs, and environmental impacts, factors that will all be considered.
Everyone's got an idea. We're taking all of those ideas and vetting them to see what's going to be best for this corridor.
We have a link on northmetrotv.com for you to check out these designs and participate in the survey. The survey is open until October 16th.
My head hurts looking at some of these designs. It makes me stressed out just looking at them.
They're very new. They said that some of them are happening in different places of the country. A few of them are in Virginia. Like I said, one was in Texas. They said they've seen some things, and the engineers considered lots of other ideas as well.
Okay, they're the experts. After the break, Anoka County Superintendent is named Superintendent of the Year.